it going, everybody? It's Ace Shinigami. I'm here to bring you another video. This one's going to be a little bit more lighthearted, since I know the last ones have been a little bit more serious. So I just wanted to talk about some stuff that kind of reinvigorated my cryptid conspiracy mind. And I already know firsthand that I'm already labeled as a conspiracy theorist person, which is fine, but I'm just very skeptical when it comes to all the things going on in the world and ancient civilizations, as far as creatures we haven't seen yet. I'm very much believing on all that of who knows what's out there. So I like seeing, well, you know, the conspiracy stuff. Skinwalker Ranch was the thing that I recently just saw that has been piquing my interest again. And even though I did see stuff about it a few years ago, we just didn't really watch the proper documentary that like explained it good enough. And then I've just been recently hearing about the secrets of Skinwalker Ranch, and with that, it really makes me want to delve back into it, because I already had a fascination with UFOs, ghosts, cryptids, and all that. But the fact that this place is pretty much just like boom, all packed into one little present, really makes it a lot more entertaining to just look at and see what's going on. So at least for me personally, I'm gonna say that I can't wait to see. I know the episode came out today, but I'm gonna have to wait to watch that. I'm gonna be looking at some more information on the Skinwalker Ranch, because yeah, just to kind of break it down, some main stuff that has happened has been encounters with giant dire wolves, which at the time there was no wolves in the area for at least 30 years. And after this encounter, they did introduce some wolves back into the area about like 4 years later. But the encounter with this wolf was massive, didn't flinch to any kind of physical attack, not even to some gunshots that would take out elk, stuff like that. And then you have the other encounters where just seemingly stuff inside the house would be shifted around. Say they put groceries away, and then the person goes to go do something, comes back 30 minutes later, all the groceries are taken out from where they put them. And then another situation involves I don't know if you want to call them illusions, mirages, or whatever, but pretty much in the basin or the mesa area where you can see from a distance, occasionally you'll see the basin light up, or just skyscrapers appearing out of nowhere and then gone. So honestly, it's one of the more interesting places on earth. Like, it's more interesting than the Bermuda Triangle and stuff like that, because it's on land. There's a bunch of people have lived here, and there are so many people that have sworn to not speak on it again. There has been federally funded research onto this land, and the fact that there's a bunch of people that also cannot just disclose what they've found. You have skeptical scientists that have come to this place and are even more lost at what they experienced, not being able to actually put the scientific method into practice. All that, putting it together, just really culminates in this one big, just crazy little event, or not even event, just crazy little place going on here. Some people kind of speculate also, like, is this just like a tear in the fabric of space-time? Because Stephen Hawking had his theories about multiverse, and how it's just pretty much all the multiverse, all the Earths are pretty much just stacked right next to each other, but we can't physically see them, stuff like that. Because the encounters that would happen on this ranch pretty much just are not explainable by normal scientific means. So if you try to have an experiment go out and try and get some results from it, usually you will not get a repetition, because whatever is there knows you're there and will then change its tactics. So for me, that just brings a lot of like, ooh, what is this? So I want to say for sure that's definitely something that I think is probably unique about this place, that has piqued me the most, is how varied this phenomenon it goes into play. And something else too that I was hearing about was like, well, maybe it's some kind of it tampers with your expectations of what you want to see, and so it's very what's the word? I guess back then there was very much it had to do with like the pineal gland and having a lot of not creativeness. I'm kind of losing it right now, but the whole point is that whatever you fear, this entity or this place is taking it and actually manifesting it into reality. So I know there's kind of gonna branch off a little bit real quick, but there's a belief that in higher states of existence, you don't have to actually do the work. You can just manifest what you believe to be true into existence. That's a common theory as to why the pyramids are the way they were, is that it wasn't just built, it was thought into existence and then it's just there. But it was a higher dimensional being that placed it there, and that's why we can't explain it. I'm not saying that's true. Giving an example of what I believe I've heard this works, and also the way that it possibly kind of coalesces and all that stuff. And then along with that, that's what they have believing is going on with the Skinwalker Ranch as well, is that it's obviously not necessarily popping these things into existence, but somehow taking whatever you believe in, because there's some people that are more paranormal, so they'll have like a poltergeist thing kind of happen. There's other people that are more expecting like UFOs and stuff, and then that's when UFO stuff happens. The only thing that's kind of weird is the mutilations with the calves, where you can explain away some of these aspects of an animal kind of attacking it, but when some of these keep on happening as frequent as they do, and also they in turn, whatchamacallit, are as precise as they are with scalping, it looks like, when they cut certain ears, or where they've dismembered the whole body, leaving just the rib cage, or just the spine and the skin pretty much without any blood, just laid out across the floor. Like, so much of this just doesn't make sense. But that's what fascinates me about these little events and places and stuff like that on Earth, is just we know so little about what's actually here, and yet, you know, we're over here petty squabbles with countries and other shit like that. But when you think about it, just something like this, the Skinwalker Ranch, is just unexplainable by all intents and purposes, and it kind of makes you just wish, like, okay, well, I wish we would kind of investigate this a little further. But you know, that's just kind of part of the conspiracy theorist rabbit hole. But I think that's gonna do it for me. I just wanted to rant a little bit about my fascination with the Skinwalker Ranch, and wanted to learn a little bit more about that place, because boy, is it quite an interesting rabbit hole, and I'm gonna love getting more into it. So for now, that's gonna be Ace Shinigami signing out. Bye.